Oh, that drip drop.
That's a drip drop.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm all spooked.
I'm very spooked. So, let's, it's been a little while for us. Welcome to the Halloween, but also not Halloween special.
It's a spoopy Halloween!
Yeah, it's 31st of October for us right now. Not for you, unless we've taken a very long time to get this out there. Wouldn't that be the most beautiful coincidence?
Yeah. I was gonna say, what do you mean a long time? Oh, right, if it were just an entire year. We could do it. Maybe we should re-release this video.
It doesn't even say who's dead.
You son of a bitch. Well, we don't know, do we?
I mean, who did we see die? We saw...
Oh my gosh. Well, open up the tips. Because Natsui died first, because he's like, oh, she's such an unlucky woman.
We had Natsui.
Uh-huh.
We had Ava. Had Hideyoshi.
Uh-huh.
We had Genji. Right?
Yep.
Rosa.
And Rudolph.
And Best Boy.
Best Boy.
Best Boy.
Best Parent. The best. He is worth 10 billion idiots.
My son is worth 10 billion idiots.
Rudolph! But none of them are like...
That may go down as my favorite part of this whole series thus far.
That one bit.
That is...
It's so good, because it was like, oh, we got these really great kids, and then he's like,
best.
He's a fucking idiot. And then the next line is like, Kinzo really appreciated
this.
Because like, Kinzo will remember that.
He knew his father's humor.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
I love them. And yeah, we're in some dark black place.
So...
with bats and
I'm fairly certain,
drops.
I think I said this at the end of the last recording, but I'm fairly certain the last time we heard this sound effect...
Yeah?
Not this one. That one. was, when we were last underground, theoretically, in this bunker with Ava and Rosa in episode 3.
Right.
So...
makes sense.
This being a well-auditory planned novel.
It's a sound novel, yeah.
A sound novel.
One of those.
I feel like that's probably intentional. I feel like we're in a dark, spoopy underground bunker where people are being kept locked up.
I mean, we're in the sacrifice cage.
What is that, though? We don't know what that is.
I don't know, maybe we'll find out in the future.
Ooh. Whoever that was.
Silent. Black. Cold.
Ooh.
Painful. Painful? Rosa regained consciousness bit by bit.
Oh no.
Wait, but wasn't she killed?
Nope, you got it wrong.
Okay, let's continue. And the first thing she thought was that it would have been better if she hadn't.
Actually, hold on.
Yes. I'm gonna cackle a little bit earlier. Felix, wasn't she killed?
I'm so confused.
Yeah!
So that's why the tips menu wasn't filled out then.
Ooh. What does it mean, I wonder?
Fuck. What if they didn't die?
Oh, you think that might be possible, do you?
What's happening then?
I don't know, that's a great question. I'm not even going to confirm or deny.
I'm scared, man.
I'm back to not confirm or denying anything, because I think we should play out this scene and see where it goes. Before you start making crazy wacky
And you're sure it was those
conclusions.
6 people? I didn't check in enough detail. You are 100% certain.
100% certain. Rosa was hit by the golden arrows. Or I guess, well, it was a snake. Anyway, after all, with her body this cold and hurting, the pain grew the more her conscience returned. Consciousness returned, even. Not her conscience, she doesn't have one of those. It felt like she'd been sleeping. She'd been sleeping on ice cold marble in the darkness, lying face down for a long time.
This is why I always tell myself, if it's just for a nap, I've got to at least grab a sofa. What?
Ugh.
What?
Yeah.
I know that if I naively try to close my eyes for just a second, and end up sleeping on the floor in the study chair, it'll hurt my body later and make things difficult. But why a sofa? Since I slept on such a cold and hard floor, even my bones are ice cold. Since I sleep on such a hard and cold floor, the half of my face pressed down against it hurts a lot. I feel like the half my face thing is intentional.
Yep.
I feel like that's very, very specific.
Yeah, definitely.
If I were to look into a mirror right now, I'd sure see an embarrassing mark. I didn't think that just rubbing it would make that mark disappear, but I stroked the hurting side of my face anyway, trying to smooth it over.
Yeah? Are you trying to say something? Are you trying to...
Ben!
What?
Ben, it's the place!
I know.
It's the purgatory place!
Oh, it's the Tea Party space, yes. or the question mark tea party, as it is more commonly known.
Well, no, because we also saw Battler have the whole web of red thing happen.
It's true, that did happen.
It
here.
almost seemed like the camera turned around and this was the other side of the
definitely.
of the regular place. But what?
I don't know. What are we doing here?
So is Rosa in purgatory,
what is
or
Rosa doing here?
or is this in the real world?
That's a great question.
I wonder where this is. I thought it was pitch black, but it looks like it isn't. After all, I can faintly see my own body.
Some kind of magical gold dust.
I really hope that the, like, excessive silence there was quite carried across my pure state of shock. Because I couldn't do the words.
I could tell you were not okay. I had to snap you out of it. Throw a bucket of water on your head. Here, get one of those.
Without a doubt, there was a source of light, but even if I looked up at the ceiling or else the sky, there was only an expanse of blackness and I couldn't see a proper light. My body alone was slightly lit, whereas everything else was sunk in darkness. That's what this world was like. This world can't start. No, don't use that word. It was almost as though
Rosa had been abandoned in a forgotten world. As her mind grew clearer, she started getting nervous about why she was all alone in a lonely place like this. When she was about to call out, asking if anyone was there, she heard the patter-patter of footsteps coming towards her.
That makes it sound like quick footsteps to me.
I suppose we were like, patter, patter.
Well, no, but like...
Oh, you mean the words themselves?
Like, just the words themselves.
Maybe. There were light footsteps, so she thought it was probably a kid. She didn't sense anything disturbing, so she wasn't afraid. But they also weren't Maria's footsteps. Have we seen this?
Yes, we have. This was
specific
an
image?
excessive background in the Lambda Angie conversation.
Right. Okay. But they also weren't Maria's footsteps, so wondering who in the world would be in a darkness like this, she stared in the direction the footsteps were coming from.
We do indeed have swirling purple over this, so...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. As she did, a faint, approaching silhouette came into view.
Okay, we're in magic space. Everything's good.
Everything's good?
Everything's safe.
Everything's good.
Except it's probably not, isn't it? This is all a ruse.
This is a great question.
This is all a fucking ruse.
It looks like a child much younger than Maria. Who is it?
Who is it?
Who is
Rosa?
this strange character?
Who is it? I don't know this kid. The expression on his face was like a lost child separated from his parents. As a parent with a daughter
herself, Rosa felt as though her chest had been torn apart. One point to Ryukishi. Who are you? Ooh. The instant the kid muttered that infantile word, she felt pain in the half of her face that had started hurting from the cold floor, as though it had been pierced by a long, thin, hard needles.
By long, thin, hard, golden snake needles.
Golden snake needles. Don't touch them, kids. Without thinking, she pressed her hand against that side of her face. Are you alright? Does it still hurt?
Thanks, I'm fine, little guy. Where are we? It's really cold.
Oh, come this way. You mustn't stay here.
That child took my other hand and pulled with a grim expression on his face.
Rosa didn't have a clue what was going on. However, a single honest expression on a child can often tell the truth better than 100 words from an adult.
It's true, Rosa. A child's expression can give away a lot of information.
Oh. I don't know what you're referring to.
I don't know either.
She didn't know the situation, but even so, she dashed along with him, still being pulled. This was a world where nothing could be seen in the darkness except for their own forms.
Oh.
It didn't even really feel like she was moving forwards.
Oh.
Even though she was running, she couldn't even feel any wind.
Okay.
It was as though she was still inside a nightmare, that kind of unreal sensation.
So even though I ran, I couldn't maintain my sense of balance and my legs got tangled and I fell. Even in a world that didn't feel real, the pain of smashing my face against the cold, hard floor was reality itself. So is this like the space where pieces go once they die? Is that what we're getting at here?
Maybe.
Because like Angie,
Is the death space?
Because the only like purgatory character we've seen out in this space was Angie.
Okay.
Well, I guess.
Well, she was there with Mammon and Lambda Delta, and
like,
none of those were dead.
Yeah, but like
So-
they're the ones that like seem to bounce between.
But this is definitely a space off the game board.
Yeah. But like, it seems to me like this is like if purgatory is like a house, this is like well no, if purgatory was like Kinzo's room,
this is the floating house.
If purgatory was like
see.
Kinzo's room, this is the rest of the mansion.
Right. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Makes sense.
So like. All
the activity is in that one room, but there are other spaces.
Yeah, and because like
Angie
kind of can cross between outside and inside the game world, it seems.
I mean, not the game world.
Sorry, the purgatory.
The purgatory space. We're getting our spaces mixed up. But there's the game board. There's purgatory where they fight.
We're gonna need like some big fucking map with.
I think there are. I think there are a lot of like.
I'm sure
maps.
There are.
They're very complicated. But yeah, there's the game board, and then there's the purgatory space that they watch from, and then there's this space where the pieces go, maybe. And then, of course, there's Angie in the future, and then, of course, there's Maria's diary, and then it gets all very...
I can't wait for the other 6 inevitable places we get sometime later on.
But yeah, there's a lot of things. Are you okay?
I was really scared. I was really scared about what the implications of this were, but I'm okay now. I'm okay.
Calm your butt. Nothing scary is gonna happen.
Don't say that! I'm sorry, my head hurts. When the kid said that infantile word, Ryu, pain like being stuck with needles ran through my head again. Even though it had only happened twice, I was somehow able to understand the child's word was the cause of my pain. So I said so frankly. I'm sorry, could you stop saying Ryu?
Ryu.
Oh. Wait a second, didn't I tell you to stop?
Sorry.
I had the feeling that the child's apology caused a sharp pain in my forehead this time. What is this child? I know there's no malice in him, but when I'm around this child, my head hurts. It's like I ripped his head off and he's getting me back for it.
It's like you're feeling really guilty or something. Ooh, are you okay? Let's go quickly. You mustn't stay here.
Why shouldn't I be here? Hey, where is this? Who are you? Where is your mama?
The one who made me is you, Mama.
Huh? That child stared at me with round eyes.
It's getting very surreal.
This kid's mama is me? Who? Who is this kid? I don't remember at all.
Did you forget about me? You made me, right?
Wait a second, stop kidding around. Maria's my only child. That's right, where is Maria? Where is she? Maria? I suddenly grew nervous about Maria not being there. Why am I all alone in a place like this? Where is Maria? I'm only able to be me because Maria's there for me.
Maria's here, but she's not Maria now. It's better if you don't meet with her right now. That's better for your sake and Maria's as well. For Maria's sake as well, escape.
Uh-huh? What are you saying? Where is Maria? Maria? Answer me!
Maria's gonna find you! Come this way, quickly, Mama!
That child pulled on my hand again. He was probably pulling me in the opposite direction from Maria, so I stopped walking.
Oh, God.
Let go! Just who are you? What gives you the right to call me Mama?
Mama is the one who made me. Did you forget? For Maria's birthday present, you made me with your own hands. Did you forget?
You couldn't be Maria's Sakataro.
Yes, the lion stuffed animal Mama made.
Oh! Ah!
Ooh.
A fierce, sharp pain struck me. It came from the palm he had grasped with his hand. I knocked his hand away without thinking and looked at my palm. A hole the size of a thumb had opened there, and deep red blood gushed out. It was a hole so big that I could see through to the other side. Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you okay? What's wrong?
Sakataro noticed my wound and panicked. As far as I could tell by looking at him, he couldn't understand why my hand had sustained a serious injury. In my eyes, it felt like I'd been injured because he'd grabbed my hand. Regardless of whether there was malice in him, I understood that this child was something that would do harm to me, and he instantly seemed eerie. Go away! You have nothing to do with me! Sakataro was just a disgusting, crappy, stuffed animal, right? I don't know you, I'm not your mama. Go away! Disappear! Slowly, the base of Sakataro's neck was sliced in a horizontal line. It gaped open and pitch black insides peeked out. No blood poured from it. Only an empty blackness peeked out. Whoa, we got an animation for that shit.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
That's pretty cool.
Then from the insides of the gash, cotton snow poured out, and as bits of cotton scattered, he slumped over. Then, all that remained was a crumpled yellow cloth, and bits of cotton that looked like sticky, crushed cotton candy. A lion stuffed animal. Without a doubt, these were the remains of...
The Sakataro stuffed animal I tore apart that day while overcome by my emotions. The instant I realized that long sharp shriek that could rupture an eardrum tore the world apart. Just gonna adjust these headphones here. What are we doing back here?
Sakataro! Like a flood from a broken dam, or like a broken TV, Maria cried out in a high-pitched voice.
A voice which made the ears throb brought up two emotions in me. One was regret. Yes, I was overcome by emotions and went overboard. It was a mother's desire to kneel down right away, hold Maria's head and cry with her and apologize. In actual fact, I did that right away. I held Maria's head and apologized, crying. But Maria didn't stop crying. On the contrary, she rejected me, the one who had torn her closest friend apart, and pushed me away forcefully with both hands. I'd been on my knees in an unnatural position, so I fell backwards easily. Maria scraped together the yellow scraps of cloth and cotton bits, buried her face in them, and cried even more. Watching that, another emotion welled up. It welled up rapidly, and then it burst. After all, she refused to make up with me, even though I'd apologized, and there was nothing else I could do anyway. It was all Maria's fault in the first place. She's too busy playing with stuffed animals all the time. She can't make any friends, and that's why people treat her like a freak. This is a perfect opportunity to give her some
I know.
I can't!
I know.
Give her some instructive guidance. After all, it's not like I was pampered all the time. No!
Rosa, please.
Stop. Everything eventually breaks, is stolen, is destroyed by someone. Even I had lots of toys and treasures stolen, broken, mocked, and thrown away by my brothers and sisters and father and mother. But when I cried about that, well, I might have shed a few tears. Not once did I sob like this and trouble my parents. Throw a tantrum, get mad, hit the floor and kick and make a racket. Even though I always wanted to, I thought I'd get in trouble more if I did, so I always held it back. It's because I held back that I was able to become a wonderful... Fuck.
I know. It's pitiful.
It is just the worst.
I know.
That I was able to become the wonderful adult that I am now. Good God.
It's like laughably pitiful, I guess, is the way to put it.
It's pretty pathetic.
Like, I know that you're laughing, but it's because of how, like, horrible this whole thing is.
It really is.
It's so, fucked up. Yeah.
It's just a little bit ridiculous.
I know.
Oh God. At that moment I felt something strange. Same feeling as when you use a tool recklessly and it finally breaks so that only the base is left. I wasn't using a tool. I'd just been repeatedly hitting Maria's head with both hands. So I looked at my hands. From my wrists onward, my hands had broken off, splintered and disappeared.
The fuck?
Oh, thank goodness we're still in magic space. That makes this a whole lot less traumatizing.
Oh, here it comes.
As though only that part of my arms had become ceramic. Almost though all of me made from the wrists onward had suddenly become ceramic and had broken and fallen. What ceramic things have we had in this story so far?
Oh, I don't know.
I wonder.
I can't think of any.
I'll hold that revelation for later.
Yeah, there'll be a time.
I must have gotten filled with cracks because I hit Maria too much before falling off. After all, look, aren't both of my wrists lying smashed by my feet? There was no pain, but the shocking sight of my hands breaking off from the wrists onward made me scream. What is this? What is this? My hands, my hands! Hello.
Hey, little girl, how you doing? This way, you won't be able to hit me anymore.
Ignoring my confusion, Maria spoke with an icy voice, slowly moving her hands away from her head where they had been defending against my barrage. What is this track called?
Everything's blending. This is Mirage Coordinator.
Ah, yes, it's such a jam.
It's fucking tight.
What's happening? My hands, my hands! What did you do, Maria? What on earth is this? Behind Maria's back, a black silhouette had appeared. It was the silhouette of an adult. Who? Who indeed?
There she is. If she'd used those hands for patting her daughter's head, flipping through picture books, or making warm meals, it may have been worth leaving them on. Mama hit my head more than she patted it. She never opens picture books. She doesn't even make me food. I go to buy it myself. But I mustn't go to the same store more than once. Mustn't have my face remembered. Mustn't talk to the policeman. Why? Why is that? Is it my fault? Am I not allowed to have Mama pat my head, have picture books read to me, or eat dinner with Mama? Why not? Why not? I didn't do anything wrong. It isn't my fault, it's Mama's. Mama's fault. Mama wouldn't play with me, but Sakataro did. He even read books, watched TV, and ate meals with me. He was a much, much better friend than Mama was.
I'm not proud of it, but what am I supposed to do? I'm busy with work. Work, I tell you. You know that, right? It was unavoidable. There's nothing I can do.
True enough. It was unavoidable. Unavoidable that you'd injure your daughter, tearing her heart apart and making her tears run with blood. In that case, there's no avoiding the same thing happening again, right here, right now. Come, Maria. Enough of the excuses from a woman who calls herself a mother. Can you forgive her or not? Is she innocent or guilty? I won't forgive her. Mama's guilty. I'll make Mama meet the same fate she gave to Sakataro. Take Mama from the seam at the neck and tear her apart so she can see the cotton inside of her. Maria's eyes are mostly black, flash blue. In that instant, invisible, massive arms sucked their fingernails out and tightly grasped Rosa's entire body. As the bones all over her body made a sound like twigs being stepped on, they cracked readily and broke apart. Rosa had understood vaguely. The massive arms were probably her own arms from the time she'd torn Sakataro apart. From a stuffed animal's perspective, her arms would certainly have been this massive. So she could imagine what would happen next. The sharp nails stuck deep into the base of her neck, and she heard the skin tearing with her own ears. Then, as the two witches watched over her, Rosa's flesh was split in two, top and bottom. When Sakataro had been torn apart, bits of cotton had flown about like snowflakes. But in Rosa's case, something like black, thick tar came out, filthy, flying all over the place. There wasn't even a trace of the red of blood. It was something black, filthy, and thick. It was probably what a bloodless, tearless human kept inside their body. This is incredible! Hideous! What filthy insides! Splendidly done, Maria. Well then, is this enough for your revenge? Can you forgive your mother or not? Innocent or guilty? I can't forgive her! Still can't forgive her, she's guilty! When Beatrice brandished her pipe cane, gold butterflies seeped up and restored Rosa's broken flesh in an instant. Feel the depths of your sin, which cannot be repaid by a single human life, and remember your own great sin. Come, try and remember. Remember the scale of your sin. Hello? Is it Mama? When will you get home?
I'm sorry, I'm busy with work today, so I'm staying over.
Staying over for work again? Oh, looks like work is tough for you again today, Mama.
Yes, sorry. I really am busy. I'll be holed up in the company the whole time. I can't even get a breath of outside air. Mama just can't finish her job quickly this time. Unless I give them a better design, I won't be given another job. That's how tough this work is. In the company that she runs.
Yep.
So I'll just have to take some time.
Yeah, I understand. I'll be a good girl and watch over the house. So do your best at work, finish it quickly and come back, okay?
I suppose Rosa could actually be talking about like contract work and she won't be given another contract,
I mean,
but I feel like that's
true,
entirely beside the point.
But yeah, definitely.
Thank you for understanding about Mama's work. I promise I'll buy a delicious cake tomorrow and take it home.
I don't need cake. Instead of taking time to go to the cake store, I'd be happy if you came home that much sooner.
Don't worry, I'll come back quickly, I promise. So let's have some delicious cake together. Let's drink delicious tea together. Let's read a new picture book together. Let's play with that wolves and sheep puzzle I brought the other day. Both of us together. I promise.
Yeah. Promise. I'll be waiting. Do your best at work, Mama. It's a lonely story, but isn't this mother-daughter love wonderful? With both looking out for each other. Do you see any problem with it, Maria, Rosa?
I kept that promise, didn't I? Next evening, didn't I do as I promised, buying a cake and returning earlier than usual?
That's not it. I knew. That evening, a pay-on-delivery package came from Mama, but there wasn't enough money in the wallet. So I called Mama's company to ask what to do. I was told only to call at special times, but I thought it'd be bad if the package was something important for Mama's work. So I called. Then, I was told that Mama had the day off. I was told that it had been decided long ago that Mama would have that day off and that she'd gone far away to play. I knew. The whole time, I knew Mama was lying. You know what? Sakataro scolded me, saying that it wasn't true. Every day, Mama was very busy with work, and there was no way she'd abandon Maria and play. He said that the person who told us Mama had the day off must have made some kind of mistake. That's what Sakataro said, so I believed it. I believed it. I love Mama. I love her. Of course, Mama says that she loves me.
Yes, me too. I love you, Maria.
Rosa let out a deep sigh. Maybe she felt the weight of her words. Then she set the receiver on the bedside phone down. The dark room, made with the starry sky on the ground below the windows, stand out even more beautifully. On the table in front of the terrace was a very cold wine cooler, and the one she shared a glass with was gazing at the scene below. You didn't tell your daughter you were on vacation?
I told her once, but she was so noisy that I decided not to tell her anymore. It's less work that way.
If you were worried about your daughter, you didn't have to force yourself to put this in your schedule, right?
That way we'd never get our schedules to match. Didn't I say to not worry about that?
The slender, middle-aged man clad in a white robe gave a small sigh. Rosa reacted instantly to that slight action.
Come on, let's not talk about my daughter. It'd be a waste of this precious wine.
Faji Fasang is both a woman and a human being.
You fucking sociopath.
But for that very reason, I feel bad about taking so much of your time that it strains your relationship with your daughter.
I always tell you not to worry about my relationship with my daughter. I try not to talk about it when I'm alone with you, okay? I wouldn't even have phoned from here if it weren't for the noisy drunk laughing stupidly in the lobby downstairs.
Rosa-san, can't you reconsider taking sudden vacation like this in the future? For your daughter's sake. Isn't it enough if we only meet when our schedules match?
Our schedules will never match up that way, right? And I always want to be with you.
That's a child's way of loving. Loving between adults should be a little more stoic. Not being able to be with you for long periods of time makes me lonely too. However, I think we can enjoy more than enough about loving during that limited time. Wink.
So you're telling me to be with my daughter more? Your mother, not a woman.
That's what you want too, right? You must also want to spend lots of time with your daughter. I won't run away. I'm trying to say that I think it's sad for you to sacrifice your daughter so you prioritize your time with me.
Did you get back on good terms with your wife? Looks like you've had about enough of being separated from her.
I don't want to talk about my wife. Just like you don't want to talk about your daughter.
I'm sure you think single women with children are a pain.
I've never said anything of the sort before.
Whenever someone finds out I have a child, they desert me. Even if I tell them not to worry about paying that child's living expenses, they all desert me. I thought you understood about my daughter. I guess you don't like single women with children after all.
That's not what I'm saying. I haven't started to dislike you, Rosa-san. I'm just trying to tell you to take better care of our daughter, something I know you wish for yourself. And I don't want you to hurt yourself by lying to her. That's all I'm saying.
Liar? I've just become a burden for you, right?
That's not what I'm saying.
I know, I understand. After being abandoned so many times because of that child, I know. I can tell by your mood, yes, you already like those other men. You don't want a woman with a child, you don't want a divorce because that's a pain. You don't want to become the parent of a child made with another man, right? Yes, that's right, I totally get it. I once went out with a man with children, so I really get how you feel. That's why I believed I'd be able to get together with you, a person who understood about my daughter. So,
Yeah?
this man is cheating on his wife, and
Yep.
Was so on board with this.
Yeah.
He said, where was it? He said, where was it?
What do you say?
He said our child.
Yes, he totally did. He said our daughter.
Where
like, we need to look after our daughter.
Where is it?
It's a very interesting thing to just slip. Oh, there it is.
No, wait, no.
Oh wait, no. Hold on. You might have gone past it. But yeah, no, I noticed that as well.
Yeah, there it is. Our daughter.
Very interesting.
Rose is a classy woman.
Yeah. Pretty fucked up.
She knows this dude is cheating on his wife.
Yep.
She's effectively cheating on her own daughter.
Yep. It's just a really bad relationship. Right?
I'm getting to the stage where I'm thinking that the whole best mom thing I keep seeing is just a meme.
You've seen that?
It's just
You've
a meme.
seen that
You
meme?
said it!
Did I?
It was like the entire ending of episode 2. You're like, yo, best mom!
Best mom! Oh my god, can we put fan art on the screen?
No!
I want to put best mom.
Best mom.
Because it's the best fucking meme.
If you can find a good meme, maybe.
I have one. Look, what? God damn you. Anyway, we're in an intense scene. Let's continue.
That's right. You're always in the way. If only you didn't exist, I'd been able to grasp my happiness as a woman long ago. Because you exist, you're always in the way of my happiness.
That's right, blame your daughter. God damn it. Ma.
Even I didn't want you to be born. That's not it. I thought I might be able to build a happy family together with you. But that man disappeared right before your birth. He said he'd build a warm family with me, tricked me, and disappeared from my sight for all eternity. Only you were left, no love or memories or anything remained. Where did that man go? Probably just turned my days with him into a warm memory and met with a new love. This time he might have been able to create a happy family. And as for me, I have you. I can't even look for a new love. Men can go between women as they like and brag about it, but for a woman, for me, I have you. I had you as a stone weight, and because of you I can't search for romance, I can't find love, and I can only live alone. No, I wasn't even allowed that. I wasn't even allowed a night to drink myself drunk all alone. Who are you? Who? You wasted my life and won't even let me have a new life. Just who are you to my life? Die, disappear. I've hated you since the time you were born. I've hated you since the time you're in my womb. I've been doing my best to act like a good mother so I'd be accepted by the outside world. Yes, I've done my best. I watched other women of my generation praise being single, sometimes by playing with passion or even being joined with someone in love. I was stuck being both a mother and a woman. Whoever showed appreciation for my efforts. No one admired me, no one praised me. I got what I deserved, second-hand goods. Divorcees should die. You don't want anyone who's not a virgin. I'm the one who doesn't want anything to do with you, damn inexperienced virgin brats. So desperate, I probably looked like easy woman to you. Yes, I was desperate. You probably couldn't imagine how desperate a woman like me was since the age where she wants to know love was. But I realized that my time was being filled with work and caring for my child, so I'd probably grow old and end my life still like this. Of course, I hate your real father, too. We both share the blame for bringing about that catastrophe. I myself might have been persistent enough to make him run away, but the catastrophes after that were all your fault. When did I ever scold you for that? Never, right? The day after, one man left me when I wanted to drink myself dead drunk with Parents' Day at your school, when I tried to hide my tear-stained eyes with heavy makeup, the way I felt when you said something off the mark and the whole class laughed at you, something that not only you but probably everyone in the world couldn't understand. I hate you, loathe you. Until now, I've never really loved you even once. I was really trying my best to do that as a run-on sentence. That was really hard.
It was good. I was very impressed. Maria's face was still stiff. If the words really had been blades, Maria's whole body would probably be stained red with fresh blood by now.
Ugh.
Even after gaining the power of a witch and resolving herself to take revenge for Sakatara, she couldn't stand these curses coming out of her mother's mouth. Mama! Ugly. How ugly is a woman drowning in lust? Now you see this woman's true nature. Even I, as a witch who has explored the depths of evil, find this most difficult to watch. Maria! Now is the time to part from her. Smash the ugly lump of meat that calls herself your mother. It would be pointless for your pure soul to be bound by the chains between mother and daughter any longer. with your own hand. Release your own soul now. You have now gained the tooth and claw to protect yourself. Now you taste the pain I had to go through. Now I'll take revenge for those days of suffering. Aren't you the one who's been hurting me? I'm the one who wants revenge.
Who's going? Is this? I think this.
Oh wait, that's Rosa. Oh.
Yeah. Aren't you the one who's been hurting me? I'm the one who wants revenge. I should have done it before you were born. If only you hadn't been born. Disappear!
As Rosa howled in a way that can only be described by the word splat, her upper body was crushed.
I'd really like to know how one can howl in a manner that can only be described by the word splat.
Like what you just did, dude. Splat.
I will say though, I feel like it's meant to be as Rosa howled in a way, and then the rest of it is the splat.
Oh, you're totally right. Yeah, there's a comma there. In an instant, became something similar to a wrung, blood-stained towel.
I think we both had the same thought that the howl was the splat noise.
But how can you howl like splat? But yeah. It's alright. Be crushed. I can't forgive you. Can't forgive you. What filth. That form suits you. Even though Rosa's waist and below was standing normally, just the upper half of her body had been pinched, and that extreme contrast was bizarre. Then, she fell over, but the instant she fell, her body was restored.
You died!
Come, Maria, is this the limit of your anger and sadness? Now is the time for revenge. Time for the settlement of anger and sadness. Hit her, spit it out. Push out all of the wedges driven into your chest and fling them back at her. Yeah! Maria's howl was adorned with the ugly sound of flesh and bone being crushed at the same time. As Rosa, who had foully insulted Maria, lay spread-eagled, a neat, perfect circle was cut out of her chest and crushed, as though her chest had been trampled by an invisible elephant. Her heart and her lungs and her ribs were trampled so mercilessly that they were completely indistinguishable. It might have symbolized the pain in Maria's heart up until today. So, Maria, are you satisfied now? Can you forgive your mother for her sin or not, innocent? Or guilty? I can't forgive her, not yet, not yet. Mama is guilty, can't forgive her. Indeed. How could this level of punishment compare to the bitter days you suffered through? Know it, Rosa, come try to remember what form did you have? Revive, in order to be killed. Be killed over and over so that your sins can be purified. And Beato waved her cane. The body was restored again.
I feel like the word Beato implies that Battler is witnessing this scene.
You think so?
I just wanted to point that out.
Maybe. And Rosa sat up, coughing violently in apparent pain, and once again she spat out curses, rejecting Maria.
I don't think we've had the narrator call Beatrice Beato to memory. I might be wrong.
I'm sure we have.
I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong.
You aren't Mama. You're a witch tormenting me and Mama. I won't forgive you just because you look like Mama. I won't forgive you.
You're the witch, aren't you? Always reading creepy books and pretending to play with witches. You're the one who should disappear. Because of you, even I'm treated like a freak. Because of you. If only you hadn't been born. Don't be born. I've hated you since before you were born.
Ah!
Actually, what if this is the, pretense scene to what happened at the end of episode 2?
Maybe. Maria screamed. Was she unable to bear her anger and sadness? Or else had she been taken over by an indescribable emotion? It was surely a cry of hopelessness. And yet it was a reality that had to be accepted. Maria knew. She knew that she was thought of as a burden. But even though she herself had known that, she didn't believe it. She believed that her mother loved her and had done her best to positively interpret several events that could have made her doubt this, trusting and clinging to her mother's love. But she had no one except Mama. Even so, she really did like Mama, and wanted to return to the days when she believed that Mama loved her. So, I howled. I'll erase all of it. I won't accept it. I'll deny it. I'll deny the mother who says these things, the black witch who makes her say them, and the part of myself that can't forgive my mother. But I can't deny it. This is reality, fact, the truth, the answer. Without any mistake, this is absolute reality. Maria turned Rosa into a lump of meat over and over. Over and over, in the dark world that reflected her heart, rang the ugly sound of flesh and bone being torn apart, which would make anyone want to cover their ears. Each time Beatrice revived Rosa, she dragged her back into the world of endless torture, which could not be escaped from even by death. This was the true, deepest hell that the endless witch Beatrice could create. However, this world was not made endless by Beatrice's will, because every time Rosa turned into a lump of meat, she asked the same question to Maria. Are you satisfied, Maria? Can your anger forgive your mother yet? How can I forgive her? How can I forgive her? I won't forgive her. I'll teach you all of my pain. Teach you much, much more. It's still not enough, not close to enough. Since I was born, since before I was born, I can't get rid of the anger and sadness of being neglected for so long.
I hate you. I hate you.
Ah! Revive over and over again. Return to a lump of meat over and over again. In various ways, she crushed, smashed, beat, and tore to bits. Flying blood, spatter, and flesh turned the once pitch-black world into a world with mixed red and black. Maria's anger still hadn't calmed down. It was as though she was spitting out all the repressed rage from the time of her birth until today. If that all became poison to her heart, then would the repeated murder of her mother purify her soul? Would even this wasteful murder save her soul at least a little bit? This endless torture might have become a slight diversion from her sad, unrewarded life. After all, it seemed that she'd finally been able to regain her smile. Learn it. You, the source of my unhappiness. Learn it. Learn that what you're feeling is nothing compared to my pain. What's wrong? Why'd you stop laughing? Try and laugh. Half of her skull collapsed. Eyeballs flew out and black cranial fluid gushed. Ugh. Fragments of teeth scattered. Come on, revive. Try and laugh. Come on, come on! Her whole chest, along with her ribs, turned inside out, exposing her filthy innards. All of them writhed like some kind of impure creature. Come on, come on, come on! Revive! Can you still laugh? Can you still laugh? Rosa couldn't laugh anymore.
I was wondering how many repetitions we were gonna get of that.
But her face was laughing. It was filled with a twisted laugh and covered with a malice that rejected her unwanted daughter. I erased that laughing voice. Next, I'll erase that laughing face. I'll erase it, I'll crush it, I'll tear it to bits. Laugh. Try and laugh, Mama. What's wrong? Mama, let's wake up, read a picture book and go take a walk. Let's say we love each other, make a promise for next Sunday, let's go shopping, let's go to the movies. And of course, you'll break that promise. Isn't it fun, Mama? Isn't it fun? I'm playing with Mama now, right? That's right, you are now playing with your mother, having fun with her. Tell me how you feel right now. I don't believe it's anger or sadness or pain. Yeah, that's right. I get it, Beatrice. I'm having a lot of fun right now. I'm playing with Mama, so it's tons of fun. And even though I'm killing Mama over and over again, she can be revived with just a single bit of magic. I took care of my toys because I couldn't fix them if they broke. But if the toy could be fixed, I'd want to break it over and over again. But Sakatara won't be fixed. He can't be fixed. Because Mama who made him, Mama who gave birth to him, won't acknowledge him. I wasn't acknowledged by Mama either, was I? So the broken Maria won't be fixed either. Oh.
That was a very poorly scripted audio cue. It's like came back in very.
Just came in out of nowhere, yeah. It's fun, Mama. Since it's gotten so fun, I'm somehow starting to feel that I could forgive you. Hey, Pietro, this is a very strange feeling. Why? Why am I starting to feel like I can forgive Mama? That enlightened state is only reached by witches who have gained the power to control life and death at will. You can kill at any time, you can revive her if needed. If that's a pain, then it's alright to kill her again. Once you've learned that you can do this at any time, by simply snapping your fingers, all nonsense spoken in the world of humans becomes a chirping of insects that isn't worth listening to. You didn't begin to think about forgiving your mother because your eyes were open to your mother's love. It was because now you stand at the entrance to the world of true witches. Welcome, Maria, to the profound and sweet world of witches. I've done it. Maria's no longer Maria. I may still be an apprentice, but I've surpassed the human world. I am now the apprentice witch of origins, Maria. There's nothing to frustrate me, nothing to make me sad. Mama, I'll forgive you. I'm sure I can forgive you. I think I'll be able to forgive you after doing just a bit more. After all, I'm a witch. It's
been a while since we've seen those teeth.
Fuck yeah. Maria would probably forgive her mother, eventually. After brutally murdering her countless times. Graciously, of course.
What a scene that was.
That's fucking insane.
It's kind of like there's this weird problem I have with the emotional scenes in this book right now, where it's like
in this episode primarily, maybe.
Yeah, where it's like all of Angie's scenes I still feel sad about because they're kind of new and it's a new story, and it's also kind of like genuine. It feels because it's like outside the game board. But then, all the magic bullshit and murders, I'm like, yeah! Fucking get him!
Yeah. It's a bit weird. I don't know, for me, personally, I don't mean to lead us in on a downer, but that last scene, in particular, some of Maria's scenes feel a little bit like poorly emotionally kind of paced, I guess. I don't know. I still think they're good. I think that the questions they're posing are interesting. At least on my first playthrough, certainly I felt that they were a little bit weird too, because I'm like, oh, this is when the scene ends. Oh wait, we're gonna keep going. Oh, this isn't the emotional climax.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of like Ryukishi's writing in a nutshell. Though. It just kind of keeps going a bit.
A little bit. There's definitely some fat that could be trimmed, as one might say. But yeah, no, I don't know. That was fucking weird.
That was so good. That was brilliant.
It was insane. No, I loved it.
As devastating as that felt like it was meant to be, that was just fun. I enjoyed watching Worst Mom get murdered.
Oh my god. But, oh my god. It was horrifying.
This is another one of those scenes that I really, really hope that the anime did well, but I feel like it didn't.
I don't think so. I think it was like 2 minutes of talking and then economics, and then that was the end, probably.
Yeah, I still intend to go through and watch it at some point.
We should do it together. We should do like I don't know, a co-watch.
I feel like it could be a good way to wrap up the series.
Yeah. The end of episode 8, damn. Well, they never did 5 to 8 to begin with, so we could do it after episode 4 if you wanted to. Up to you.
Well, we got Chira to record.
I know we do. Holy shit.
Yeah,
it's like 2 weeks till Chira. And we mentioned that on this recording?
Because it was since we last recorded that the announcement happened.
Oh, fuck. Was it? It's
been
that long? Damn. Well, shit, Chira's been announced. It's on the 17th of November.
The manga game, a Steam release of Chira.
You're right. The Steam release is on the 17th.
It has been out for a few years.
You know what I mean? Look.
You know. We still haven't finished the chapter. We got a bat litter talk.
We've been talking about things that are important. All right, let's go.
Oh, that last thunder was loud. Must have been pretty close, right?
Oh my god, I haven't played George in ages. Looks like it. No matter how old you get, thunder still makes you jump.
I'm fairly certain you played... Jeez. I'm fairly certain we had a conversation quite recently.
I feel like it's been a long time.
Episode chronology. It's more because we haven't recorded in some time.
I mean, that's also true.
But I'm fairly certain literally the beginning of last chapter opened with George and Battler as well.
You know, it might have. we just haven't seen a lot of George and Battler, really the cousins, except for Maria, like in general in this chapter, because episode, god damn it.
I still feel like they should be called books.
Maybe. I feel like books would work. Chapter definitely doesn't work, and arc was Higurashi, but I feel like books or episodes would definitely make sense. Yeah.
Take it away, Jorge.
I just said that line.
Did you?
Yes.
Sorry, I was pouring
Also,
myself tea.
It's Juji. Juji,
Oh, of course.
I think is how you say it. That's the, like, stupid name. Battler was looking at the dark night through a crack in the curtains. Every once in a while, a pale white lightning bolt would shine, and he seemed to be enjoying it. That's gotta be sarcasm. God damn you. You bastard.
Oh, look, you're so noisy. You woke up, you woke up Maria. Sorry, Maria. Sorry, Battler's so freaking loud.
Yeah, Battler.
What the hell? This was my fault? Sorry, Maria. It's okay to go back to sleep. Good night.
Maria was a bit hazy with drowsy eyes. She was probably half asleep and couldn't think straight. Ooh, that's okay. I won't sleep.
Go ahead and sleep. You're still half asleep, aren't you?
I'm not half asleep. Ooh.
Come on, you're totally half asleep, aren't you? Sleep, sleep.
I'm not half asleep, not half asleep. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Quit it, stupid Battler. Ah, sheesh, what are you thinking, getting a kid who's just woken up into a bad mood?
I'm not half asleep, not half asleep. Ooh.
It feels like an argument that a kid who's half asleep would make.
Ooh. God damn it. I understand, Maria-chan. You aren't half asleep, so calm down. Not half asleep, not half asleep. Ooh! Ooh! Maybe it was because of her delicate mental state after waking up, but Maria suddenly threw a tantrum. Battler had only been trying to tease her a bit, so he was confused by this extreme overreaction.
It's not like she'd just been murdering her mother in her
It's not like
dreams.
she just killed her mother or anything. George held her head, trying to calm her down, but Maria's tantrum wasn't going to be quelled easily. Battler and Jessica were trying to push the blame on each other, saying it's your fault too.
I'm glad they're just as mature as Maria.
I know. Bunch of damn kids. Hey, be quiet you two. Good thing good guy George is here to set things straight. Jessica-chan, there was still some hot water in the pot, right? Could you make some tea for her? Did you calm down, Maria-chan? Ooh. Thought like her tantrum was dying down bit by bit, but she still glared at Battler, who had made fun of her with sharp eyes. Battler-kun was just kidding around. He doesn't really think you're half asleep, so calm down, okay? Yeah. George noticed. Maria was staring at Battler with incredible eyes. And despite having just displayed all that emotion, she laughed in a small voice. Instead of a laugh, it seemed more like she was muttering while thinking about, counting each he. So each time she said he, something brutal would happen over and over.
Ben,
Yeah?
we're gonna count the key in the he.
Are you gonna count the he's? Or are you adding the key? Is the key one of them?
That's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7, that's 8, that's 9, that's 10, that's
24.
12, that's 12, that's 13,
13.
that's 14.
14?
It's 14.
But if we count the key as one of the he's...
No, I did.
Then it would,
So
no,
it's
but if
13.
we don't, then it would be 13. So is it 13 or 14?
It's 13.
You think so?
Well, here's the thing. I feel like it has to be 13 because then it lines up with 13 murders / sacrifices.
Oh, you think so?
What else is it gonna match up with if she's counting them? What significance has the number 14 had thus far that I'm forgetting?
I don't know. I'm just saying. It's a lucky number, I think.
Is it?
Maybe.
I feel like I'm missing something obvious here.
It's okay. I'm glad that you've counted the number of he's. You want to write that down?
No?
George felt something creepy for just an instant, but he couldn't spot the madness that had peeked out of the depths of this girl's eyes for just a moment. After a short period of stunned silence on George's part, Maria stopped her bizarre, quiet laugh and pushed George's arm aside as though telling him to let go. Ew, I'll forgive him. Really? You're such a good girl, Maria. 13.
No way, there's 14 people other than them here, right? That's the
Okay.
other one.
Oh, so there is a 14. But which one is significant? Or maybe both.
Or maybe if one of the two people here is actually playing two people, then it's both 14 and 13.
Oh,
so it
shit.
works both ways.
Right, I get you.
I've basically solved it.
You've basically solved everything. There we go. Batley-kun, Maria-chan forgave you. Make up. Please.
Yeah, sorry for teasing you. Forgive me. Hey, Maria, let's make some cafe au lait as a sign that you made up.
Hey-oh.
I think that's how you pronounce that.
I think so.
I put in lots of sugar so it'll be sweet. Just right for you to go to bed.
Yes, that's perfect. I don't need it, but I'll forgive you. Because I'm a witch.
Oh. Oh, good.
Only 3 he's that time. What does it mean?
Or 4 if you count the key.
Fuck!
And there's 4 of them there.
Ah.
I really
But
wish...
3 other than Maria.
That's true.
Felix.
On this week's editing project, I go back and count...
What if there are 14 plus 4 is 18?
Yeah, no, this is it. I'm going back and I'm counting every laugh the whole series through.
Count every he.
You know what it's gonna end up? It's gonna end up that all of the laughs are gonna add up to the like 8-digit number we saw at the end of episode 3.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
That would, I hope. If that's a thing, I don't know about it, and that would be fucking insane. That would be insane.
It would.
It's definitely not a thing. Definitely not a thing.
Just wait until I prove you wrong.
I can't wait. Look, you can give it a shot. I'm gonna confirm or deny the existence of that many fucking he's in this game.
Oh god.
One more time. From the top. Maria laughs in a creepy, quiet voice. But it was only for a short time, so Bella and Jessica didn't think much of it. But then how many he's was that? They just said that she laughed. They didn't count out
Ben. I don't know.
They decided to think that. It had probably only looked that way when the lightning lit her cheek with a pale white light for an instant.
Because there's nothing that eases your mind like the light hitting your cousin in the creepiest possible fashion.
Your little 9-year-old cousin. Yeah, sure, it's fine. At that time, they could hear the sound of loud footsteps coming from the hall.
No.
Here we go. It was already about 10:30, late at night. Late at night is usually a time when you aren't supposed to be disturbed.
I have a theory for what's about to happen.
What's gonna happen? Lay it on me. It's gonna be wrong.
Because Kinzo was
just so excited
Kinzo
about
was like,
this.
it's time to test the children, right?
Yes.
So someone's gonna come to the door.
the children.
Someone's gonna come to the door and be like, one of you's coming to the mansion, we're doing something. Mm-hmm. Or all of you come to the mansion, and they're gonna pose it as a test. That's what's gonna happen. And I don't know what it means, but
right.
I'm very scared.
Who do you think it's gonna be? Who do you think's at the door? Log it in.
I want it to be Gohda.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be Gohda, but I want it to be Gohda.
Okay. I'll get the oxygen mask ready. Hearing footsteps like that at this time was far from calming. Ooh. Then, along with a clearly ominous knock,
Clearly ominous.
they repeatedly...
Yes!
they repeated fiercely.
Look at me go!
They could hear Gohda and Kumasawa's voices. They clearly told them that this was an abnormal situation. Children! Are you there? Are you there?
I'm so happy right now. I was fully expecting it not to be Gohda.
It is definitely Gohda! It's Gohda!
Oh!
Best boy! It's Kumasawa as well. Is everyone okay?
Oh my god, this is the best thing that's happened to me all week.
Oh, what has happened? What has happened? When George opened the door, the two of them tumbled in, sopping wet. It looked like they had dashed here from the mansion without an umbrella.
What's wrong, you two? Did something happen?
It was the master and Grausamine, everyone. Ooh. What?
That was very sudden.
Did you click?
I did.
Okay.
I clicked to go to the next.
Fuck it, alright! Happiness and Mariette starts playing, clock's turning! I was not ready for that!
No, I wasn't ready for that. I want to go back. I might be talking out my ass, but I swear I clicked because I saw an arrow. I reckon they did that on purpose to bamboozle me.
I think they might have. We'd have to check the tapes.